And as long as
The
Parker
question
doesn't
right
run out,
now,
Parker will win this race.
he's got it if he has enough fuel, and that's a big if.
Oh, he's out! He's out! He's out! It's gonna be close! Parker's gonna win anyway! Pacey White is sliding across the line. Hunter Peach gonna look to the inside of Austin J. McGill. McGill goes down low. There might have been contact.
I'm so gone. No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop. I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on. You're gonna be early back, 'cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack.
Gonna lead us to the green here. And it's waving. Green flag is out. 300 laps here. Oh, and Jonathan Parker's gonna lose it. He's gonna hit the wall.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. Just level up.
You're watching the Di9 Designs NAOR series, a JCTV exclusive broadcast.
Welcome to the Di9 Designs NAOR Series race number 2 here at Chicagoland for the Fast Lane 200. I'm Josh Coppernoll. I'm joined in the booth tonight by a special Traber Burns. Traber, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Been in a bit of a rush to get over here to the booth, but yeah, now that we're here, all settled down, ready to go, ready to watch some next gen at Chicago. Usually puts on a good show with this car track combo.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this as well. Chicagoland was always so fun to watch in real life, and kind of sad that NASCAR doesn't come here much anymore. But still, well, we're able to in iRacing, and I think that's pretty cool. So I'm excited for tonight to see what Chicagoland has in store.
Yep, indeed. I just got to get my sound fixed a little bit, because it turns out everything is way too high when you're a driver, and then you hop into a Discord.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Anyway, it looks like NAOR has kind of a unique qualifying here. How does this work?
Yeah, so it's going to be single car qualifying. Basically, Josh Arnold, the head admin of the NAOR series, is going to line everybody up, at least to get everybody started to line up. Then they're going to be at the end of pit road, kind of like you see these 4 drivers right now: Jamil Hawkins, Kyle Tubb, Jimmy Mensch, and Kenneth Cheney are so far. I'm sorry, that's not Cheney, that's Quimby. Now we're going to get started. So Jamil Hawkins rolling off pit road now to start his qualifying lap. And so it's going to be 1 lap for these guys. And Hawkins a little loose there in 3. I've heard some of these drivers complaining tonight about turn 3 and 4. Going to be interesting.
Yeah, most of what you're going to see over the course of the run is going to be wearing out that right front, getting tight off of the exit. But with cold tires on these next-gen cars, especially qualifying, you'll see some wiggling going around.
So Jamil Hawkins through 3 and 4. Going to be at the line. 30.436. Kyle Tubb rolling across the line now.
He got real tight coming off of 2 there. Had to get out of the throttle big time.
Not very ideal.
Not at all, especially don't want to be doing that over the long run as well with that right front tire wear. Now it looks like he got a little bit loose when he had that late arc down to the bottom there, which is the line you're going to see most of the time on these single car runs. But it does tend to cause you to get a little loose.
30.71 for Kyle Tubb. Next up is Jimmy Mensch, the number 94.
Mensch entering a little lower, a little earlier in 3 and 4 here.
Across the line, Jimmy Mensch, 30.744. Justin Quimby. Next on track. Quimby in the Millsap Graphics Chevy.
Didn't use up all of that exit room on coming off of 2 there. Gonna cost him a little bit. He's really out of the throttle. Got really loose going down to the bottom there.
It's going to be 30.593. Justin Quimby, P2. Kenneth Cheney taking the green flag.
Cheney takes the second lane there going into 1 and 2. That's usually not the preferred line for qualifying, and yeah, he had to get out of throttle there.
All the way down to the bottom. Try to arc it, get down there onto the apron. It's going to be 30.683. Cheney goes third, quick. And Dylan Chappell.
What a paint scheme on that 99.
Yeah, they, few of the drivers in this series as, oh! Chappell got into the wall. That's going to validate his time. But a few of these drivers have a podcast, Pizza and Wings podcast. So he's got Pizza and Wings on there, representing them. Dylan Chappell, one of them, Chase McGuire, Zachary Meredith, a few others. Jonathan Canfield, name that we are very familiar with, Jason TV colleague.
He also goes all the way to the bottom there in 1 and 2. Patient on the throttle there coming out, so this might work out for him.
Going back down to the bottom in 3 and 4.
So far, he's run the best bottom line for sure. So look out for him to make some passes possibly out in the race here.
30.919 for Jonathan Canfield. Giovanni Klein is next. He's already through 2.
All the way on that top line. That's usually the preferred line that I've always ran here in qualifying.
And Klein gonna go 30.8. I don't think it registered this time.
That's correct. Let's see if he. Yeah, I hit the wall in 1 and 2 in the middle of the corner there.
Must be just as I was getting the camera over to him. I selected on the wrong driver, and that's why we didn't see his start time. Hunter Sr. in the 20. Hunter is going to go 30.505. B2. Cole Snyder in the Di9 Designs paint scheme.
Oh, I had to get out of the throttle there as well. Just barely missed the outside wall there. Hey, a lot of these guys are getting caught out by how tight the car is coming off the exit here.
Yeah, that was super close. Cole Snyder coming across the line, 30.534. So far, it's Jamil Hawkins still holding on to that P1 spot. Zachary Meredith, he is representing his Buffalo Bills, and a little sad that his Bills beat my Steelers to advance to the next round, but as a Steelers fan, I'm just happy they made it to the playoffs.
Oh.
Meredith, though, is going to slide.
Oh, good save. Good save coming off the corner, but yeah, that's another thing that you can find. If you're not battling tight, you'll be battling loose trying to force that car down to the bottom. If you pinch it too hard, arc it in too much, that'll step out. You also got to watch out for the seams. That can also get that rear end stepping out.
And despite the fact that he had that slide, he still ran a 30.511, which puts him P3. Josh Arnold is up now for qualifying. Josh Arnold coming out of 4 onto the front stretch. 30.541. P5 for Josh Arnold. Nicholas Hapiak.
All the way down to the bottom for Hapiak there. And you can see just listening to the engine noise, it's really bogging down a little bit coming off of that bottom there off of 2. Little bit loose on the bottom there. You rode that bottom all the way around though. Be curious to see how this time ends up.
30.447. Just off of Hawkins' time. P2 for Nick Hapiak.
That's interesting. That makes me wonder if the bottom might be the way to go. I mean, he really just rode the bottom all the way through both of those corners there.
Man.
It's stuck.
Yeah, he had a great run through the corners. Get it on the bottom. Donnie Kite, though, I think might have gotten into the wall in 1 and 2. Unless if it was just some net code on my end, but I don't know. I think he got it. We'll see. Across the line, it would be 31.013. And they are not going to register the time. It's Mike Campbell.
Couldn't get that rear end rotated there. Really bogged down coming off. Rides the bottom though, that looks pretty good.
He got super close to that wall on exit 4.
Yeah, using up all the space. But yeah, that turn 1 1 and 2 there just really bit him.
31.024 P12. John Osborne now starting his qualifying lap.
Second line there from the bottom, tracks it all the way out of 2 there.
He's going to run pretty high, entering 3. Now cutting down low.
Yep. And it looked pretty steady through there. This might be a decent time. 30.7.
P10. Chase McGuire. Number 9. Chase running up in the middle of the track. He is all the way down on the bottom in 3 and 4. He
may have gotten a little bit of the apron there too.
Yeah, I think he did. Bobbled just a little bit, but 30.674 P8 for Chase McGuire. Jose Ruiz.
Coming to take the green there, he got pretty loose coming off of 4 there. Tried to get to the bottom, just couldn't get that front end turned.
I heard some contact down the back straightaway. Bobble. He got the apron.
Yeah, I heard it too, but he didn't look very close to the wall. It is going to register, 30.9.
P14. And the other thing about this track is the back straightaway is not straight. There is a curve to it. Nathan Lehman, driver number 14.
All the way down to the bottom, wraps the bottom 1 and 2 there. It's like he's going to do the same here in 3 and 4. Oh, a little loose, little lift off oversteer there. But held it pretty well. This might be a decent lap.
30.663. Make that 662. P8. Hunter Peach in the fast lane Toyota. Hunter is such an incredible driver at these speedways. Had a great run last week at Michigan. I think he's looking for another great run here tonight at Chicagoland. Hunter Peach not going to take the apron. 30.412. P1 for Hunter Peach.
Yeah, he ran that second line there, second from the inside, all the way around both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And he tracked all the way out, used up all the room. That's a great lap from him.
John Phillips. Next up to qualify. Through 3 and 4. It's going to be 30.494. P4, John Phillips. Jonathan Parker, reigning champion of everything on JCTV.
Well, I could be wrong, because I have been wrong a couple of times so far in this qualifying session, but he looked like he really had to get out of throttle and out of 2, and got a little loose on the bottom. Don't think he's going to be the champion of this pole.
30.581.
Better than I expected, but yeah.
P. Oh, it's actually 597. P10. Pacey Wygent. What an incredible battle Wygent and Parker had last week. At the end, Pacey Wygent taking home the race win, though, last week. Start the season off with a bang.
Yep, also second in practice tonight. See what he can put on the board here.
470. P4. Pacey Wygent. So there are 3 drivers who have not set a time down. 2 of them, of course, having actually all 3 of them had issues in qualifying. So that does it for qualifying. And now they're in just a small little warm-up session. So we're going to step aside just for a moment. But we'll be back for the race.
Oh, look at Kyle Busch out there.
Yeah, he is all over the track.
I mean, what has gotten into him today?
Oh, that cannot be good.
Oh, unbelievable.
Whoa, look out.
Wait a minute. Is Kyle in reverse?
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Okay, that is bad,
man.
bad driving.
Oh, this is not like Kyle at all.
Are we winning?
I thought you were looking.
M&M's makes race day more fun.
What is Kyle thinking?
A right side tire chase full of fuel, and you heard the instruction. Right tires only. Right tires only. Hey! No!
Every sip gets you closer. It's Justin Timberlake MP3s.
Hey.
Hey to you. A chance to meet Jeff Gordon.
You okay, Justin?
Millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
And back here at Chicagoland. Track is currently busy just for a small warm-up session. Bill Hawkins leading a small group across the line. I was impressed, though, with Hawkins' qualifying run. Going out early and holding that P1 spot for a very long time. Basically, the qualifying order was backwards from points. And Hawkins did a great job.
Yeah, I also wonder if maybe the oval refresh has some sort of slight implications on the way qualifying is here. You know, usually you get everyone qualifying on the same exact track at the same time, on their own separate track, I should say. And it you know, where the track heats up and all, it doesn't matter. But of course, when you're all in the same session, the guy going first and the guy going 15th could have a different track. So I wonder if maybe that had anything to do with it.
It's very possible, and you know, I think Josh Arnold wanted more of a true to real life type feel, where you know drivers do go out one by one, and just have one lap, go out there, track changes, as real drivers do it too. So I know in iRacing it's not something that I've ever seen before until now. Some other leagues might do it to where it's all static, and so it is the same. You know, depending on where you go out, but the weather is not static. It all changes, so very well could have something to do with it. So
Indeed, and speaking of weather, our track temp is 67 degrees, which is quite cold.
yeah, it's a cool night in Chicago. Joliet, actually. Sim date is May 3rd, and it's almost midnight. So we're going to go ahead and show our starting grid. And starting on the pole is going to be Hunter Peach. Jamil Hawkins is outside. And Nick Kapiak will start third. Pacey Wyjet, fourth. John Phillips, fifth. Hunter Sr. will start sixth. Row 4 has Zachary Meredith, Cole Snyder. And row 5, Josh Arnold in ninth, Just Quimby, P10.
Row 11, you got the infamous Jonathan Parker. Row 12, we got Nathan Lehman. Or excuse me, P12, not... Ooh. P13, Kenneth Cheney. P14, Kyle Tom. 15th, we got John Osborne. Jimmy Mensch in 17th, excuse me. Jonathan Canfield, 18th. Jose Ruiz, 19th. And Mike Campbell rounds out our top 20.
Javante Klein, Donnie Kite make up row 11. And Dylan Chappell rounds out the field, starting shotgun, 23rd. Real quick, so we're almost getting ready to go here. Who is your pick to win this race, Traver?
I'm going to go with last week's winner, Pacey Wyjet. Showing speed in practice, showing good speed in qualifying. Shows he can get it done on a 1.5 mile, 2 mile type track. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going to go with the driver, the number 6, Nick Kapiak. He was incredible last week, and I think he's going to be able to get it done this week. As pace car pulls in, we are getting ready. Go green. Green flag is out here in the Fast Lane 200. Very even start. Hunter Peach wanted to come up. Kapiak, though, looking low. Hawkins actually loose in 3 and 4. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Hawkins will lead the lap.
Kapiak down on that bottom is going to be a tough job keeping it held down there. Getting them cleared. He holds it.
Hawkins is fully clear now. So it is 3 wide for second with Pacey Wyjet up top. Nick Kapiak all the way down on the apron trying to get the draft up for Hawkins.
Kapiak's going to try to slide up. Can he clear him? Yes, sir.
Pacey Wyjet going to get around Hunter Peach as well. Jamil Hawkins starting to gap Kapiak just a little bit. Fastest car on track last time by. While also setting the fastest lap of the session so far was Jamil Hawkins. As Kapiak and Wyjet are side by side for second place.
Ooh, little bobble. Little bobble from Senior there. Up high. He's going to lose a couple spots. He's back in 8th place.
Hunter Peach has worked his way back around Pacey Wyjet and John Phillips. Now looking underneath Pacey. John Phillips actually taking a look underneath Hunter Peach. Go ahead, Trevor.
A lot of guys getting down on that bottom, just trying to save that right front. Chicagoland could be a kind of like Michigan in terms of a coin flip. Whether or not you're going to get a dogfight, you're going to get long runs, try to save tires. It looks like some guys are Ooh, some guys are trying to save some tire.
Nick Capiak got that left front on the apron just a little bit. Slid up. So Traber, last season these guys were not in the Next Gen Cup car. And this season, of course, they are in the Next Gen Cup car. Like I said, this is race number 2. But, you know, how much do you enjoy driving the Next Gen in SAC Coast Coast?
In terms of the difference between the Xfinity and the Next Gen, it's almost like the difference between a prototype and a GT car. It's kind of personal preference. I enjoy it for the most part. I enjoy it on the short run. On the long run, figuring out the combination of both the tire wear and the tire temperature can be really tricky. So that's where I get gapped, and where the guys in Coast to Coast stand out, is guys who can control both the wear and the temperature in the Next Gen.
Of course, this league was a Gen 6 league last season. Zachary Meredith. He slid across Jonathan Parker. No contact between the two, but that was very close.
By the way, for some reason, I meant to say famous when I was introducing Jonathan Parker, and I said infamous, so I apologize for that. I have no idea why I said that.
I don't even think I caught that.
Good.
I call him an alien. He says that he's not an alien. I asked him last week where he was from. If he was from Mars, Pluto, Jupiter. Meanwhile, battle for the race lead. Hunter Peach looking underneath Hawkins. Hunter Peach. He's got a nose ahead. He's going to slide up. No crossover move. Now Hawkins is going to look low. One of my favorite races of all time here. It was so gutting, too. As a Kyle Larson fan, it was Kyle Larson-Kyle Busch battle. And, I mean, what a race that was. What a finish that was. But just watching Peach and Hawkins there, the slide job, and a little bit of a crossover from Hawkins made me think of that. But it was such a good race.
The thing I appreciated the most out of that finish was the two guys both got out and just said, "Yep, that's hard racing." You know, everyone understood what the rules were during that final lap.
You know, and I know, and I'm not going to get into this side of things just for reasons that everybody can probably guess. So I'm not going to say very much into this, but I know a lot of people don't like Kyle Larson. One thing I absolutely just love about Kyle Larson, though, is he does not get angry at, you know, issues like that. I personally think I would have gotten out of the car and been blaming Kyle Busch for every little thing possible. But, you know, Kyle Larson, he wasn't angry about it. And I think that's one of the things I just love about Kyle Larson. He loves racing, but, you know, he also knows the difference between a racing deal and not.
Indeed. We've had a good battle for 8th here. Parker and Meredith were side by side for a good couple laps there. Seeming to kind of single file out, especially when you get the tire wear on these next gens. It can get a little tricky to pass. That rear diffuser really puts out a lot of dirty air. Gives it a lot of downforce, makes it exciting to drive when you're side by side with someone. But When you're stuck behind someone, it can really make you wash up quick.
Zachary Meredith getting back to the back bumper of Jonathan Parker. Yeah, I mentioned this before in the past seasons. We have done for NAOR, but Zachary Meredith, such an incredible driver. He has yet to win on iRacing in the NAOR series, but he was so good on console. He was one that I hated to race against because, well, I really wasn't racing against him, as he was always way up front. He was pretty much the Jonathan Parker back then. And, but such a cool person to race around. Never had any issues with Zachary Meredith. He is still fast, though, on iRacing. And his win, it's coming. So we have a battle
for the lead here. Hawkins takes it over from Peach there in the 45. He was trying to get to his outside. It's a lot easier to pass someone if you can get on the right rear in these next gens. Couldn't quite do it, but Peach kind of had a bobble there coming off of 4, and that allowed the 4 car to dip under and take the lead.
And now Phillips gonna get underneath Hunter Peach. These two gonna be side by side. It's Nick Apiak right there as well. Just waiting to make a move.
That's exactly what I was talking about there. Not just getting on the right rear with just another car, but you can also get freight trained if you get on the bottom and lose all your momentum coming side by side off a corner.
So Phillips loses position, and Nick Apiak now looking underneath Hunter Peach. Apiak sliding up. He has to back out of it. He might lose a couple out of this.
Yeah, he's going to drop all the way back to 5th. You're going to see more aggressive attempts at slide jobs as we get deeper into this race, because that's really the only way to pass on the inside against an even car.
Phillips, Wygant side by side.
I think Phillips is kind of saving his tires a bit, because he just kind of let Wygant to his outside there. Yeah, and he just backed off going into that corner there, so he's really just trying to save his stuff.
Hunter Peach has not gone away from Jamil Hawkins. Peach looking underneath Hawkins. Peach still there. He's going to clear. Pacey Wygant going to get underneath Hawkins.
Apiak looking to stay on this outside here, try to capitalize if that 00 loses the momentum on that bottom. Oh, he had to get out of it. 4 car got loose, just tapped the wall there, caused the 6 to back out of it, and the 00 is going to find a hole.
And now Apiak looking underneath Pacey Wygant. Apiak not clear.
And there's a little gap to this second pack. Oh! Cole Snyder's getting turned! The 48 just washed up and spun Cole Snyder there. Jonathan Parton comes over the radio, apologizes immediately. No caution.
Take a look back at what happened.
Yeah, the 24 just didn't go up the track. He didn't track out of the corner as quickly as Parker was expecting, and they just kind of met in the middle there.
incredible save by Cole.
We're on lap 27. I'm not sure what the fuel window is, but gonna have to start thinking about pitting under green here.
Yeah, the fuel load is 90%. And they're gonna have to pit, I believe, 3 times throughout this race.
John Phillips kind of dropped back, looks like maybe a second, half a second to Happyack there. This is where we're going to start to see who's saved their stuff. And the guys who have are going to be able to pull away from the front pack. It's a lot of fun racing in a dogfight here in these next gens at Chicagoland, but it's also really easy to get too aggressive on that wheel.
Yeah, I personally love driving the next gen. I know it gets a lot of hate, but it's been really fun to drive since. Well, I was gonna say since getting on iRacing, but that'd be a lie. Because these cars used to be impossible to drive. Until there was an update that fixed it. It's been fun since. Battle for second heating up. Pacey Wygant is on the outside of Hawkins. Hawkins doing a great job holding his own down there. But Pacey Wygant going to clear, and now Nick Capiak can try to do the same. Yes, he does. Nick Capiak was kind of peeking to the outside up Pacey. Wasn't quite there to be able to get to his right rear. He was kind of peeking. Indeed.
Looking at the lap times, we're not seeing a ton of fall off, I would say. Looking at maybe about 7/10, 8/10. For reference, John Phillips set his fastest lap on lap 16. And we're currently on lap 33. And ever since then, looking at, about 8/10 of a second down. So you could undercut, but at the end of the day, it looks like, just looking at whoever's going to have the best overall strategy would be the best way to go. Just split it up evenly, essentially.
And I could very well be wrong on my math if I did this correctly, or, well, if I think I did this math correctly, but I could very well be wrong. Is Nick Capiak actually looking underneath Pacey Wygant for second. Math was my strong suit in school, but even then it was still kind of rocky. But I'm looking at about 50 to 55 laps for a fuel run. 55 might be stretching it a bit. I know these Cup cars are harder to save fuel than other NASCAR vehicles. But I'm just kind of took what's in the middle of the math that I got and kind of rounding off. So about 53 laps. I'm going to say 50 to 55. Very well could be wrong.
Well, if we're splitting it up evenly, that would give you a two-stop there. So it should be coming up about 6 laps or so, getting green flag pit stops. Be curious to see which guys stay out and hope for a yellow, and which guys just roll with how the race has been rolling so far.
You know, the one thing about
Granted,
this... Go ahead.
Granted, we have had one incident with a spin and a save.
The one thing about this league is these guys are incredible drivers. We don't really see many cautions at all, and this is probably the only league that I've seen green flag pit stops on short tracks. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to go green to the end, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Right now, we've got an incredible battle back here for 9th place between Donnie Kite and Kyle Tubb. And just Kenneth Cheney.
A little bit ahead of that, we got Parker battling up with Phillips here. Phillips has really fallen off a bit since battling with that lead pack.
Yeah, Phillips qualified 5th. Got up there, kind of sniffing the race lead, but now falling another position to Jonathan Parker.
Yeah, we got almost 3 wide in the battle for 8th up here, back here as well. Oh, Donnie Knight had to get out of the throttle. That's going to allow the 76 to go through Kenneth Cheney.
Donnie Kite, he is using that high line.
Giovanni Klein is really using that high line. He was pretty much in that right next to the wall in 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think the difference between Giovanni Klein and Donnie Kite is Klein was using that Kyle Larson line and maybe the Ross Chastain line, whereas Kite is kind of more the Dale Jr. line.
Oh, wow! 76 slides up.
Oh,
just
contact!
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, more contact! There's a spin. Caution is out.
Yep, that all starts with the 76 Kenneth Cheney trying to slide up. He just had enough space. And then it looks like the Giovanni Klein went to the inside, and Cheney just kind of pushed him down, trying to block him, but Klein was right there. After the wreck, it looks like both of them would have had it saved too, had they not, been in each other's path there. Klein had it saved. 76 looks like he was almost had it saved, just gonna lock it down, and then Klein just happened to be there.
So these drivers, they were thinking about green flag pit stops coming up. Not going to have green flag pit stops start off.
Oh, I missed this before. Justin Quimby also got into that at the last second.
Are Beach going to win the race off pit road?
Yeah, Justin Quimby had a bit of an ARCA break there. Didn't start slowing down until that pair made contact again going into 3, and ended up hitting Knight, and then ended up hitting Klein again. Doesn't look like there'll be too much damage, but not his best moment there.
So it is 1 lap to green. And I was gonna say I'm kind of surprised. Jonathan Parker has taken him a little bit to get up to the front. He is currently P5. A little bit of cleaner track in front of him now. See if he's going to be able to stay up there, or if he's going to struggle a little bit, kind of like what we've seen so far.
I can't say I'm surprised to see a slower climb, not because of his caliber, but simply because the next gens are difficult to come through the field with all that dirty air and just the tire temps.
So 88 laps to go when we go back green. Pace car is in. The field in the hands of Hunter Peach. Green flag is back out. That top line kind of stacked a little bit.
Yeah, Hawkins was just a little late getting to that go pedal.
Jonathan Parker on the bottom. Zachary Meredith is outside. Meredith's gonna clear.
Ooh. Kyle Taub got into the wall here in P9. Just a little tap, not too bad, but the 20 just washed up into him and didn't really have much space to
contact
go.
between Parker and Meredith. Meredith is going to go through the grass.
Keeps it straight. What a save.
Jonathan Parker still struggling a bit. Battle behind him between Phillips, Cole Snyder.
There's a little bit of damage on Meredith's car, as well as a little bit of damage on Parker's car, but I think both of them will be alright as long as that toe link on the right rear is alright with Jonathan Parker.
Little contact between Phillips and Snyder. We are 3 wide back here for 10th. Hunter Sr., Jimmy Mensch, and Donnie Kite. Kite pulls ahead.
Yep, Hunter Sr. a little bit stuck on that bottom there without momentum.
Nathan Lehman, Dylan Chappell. They're battling.
Happy X dropped back from this front trio here a little bit.
Fapiak's just kind of biding his time.
Phillips has a run on Parker here going into 3. Oh, Parker chops him! Not sure if there's contact. That was very close, but Phillips looked like he was going to take the bottom there all day, and Parker just kind of came down, took that bottom as well. Risky move from Parker there, but it paid off.
Phillips now going to be on the outside. They will be side by side. Phillips going to clear Parker.
Hawkins has been trying to get on the outside of that 00 for quite a few laps here, and he's just missing it on corner exit.
He is all over the back bumper of Pacey Wygant.
He keeps getting a little loose going into 3 there as well, turning down, trying to get that late apex getting to the bottom.
Wygant going up. Hawkins is not giving up, though. He is entering high and cutting down low.
Phillips also trying to get to, he does get to the outside of Happyack here. I think Happyack's just content to kind of ride the bottom, save that right front.
I think you're right. It's really not moved at all. Phillips is clear of Happyack.
Not by much, but he is clear.
Klein. He is a lap down, but he is making some progress in between Kyle Tubb and Hunter Sr.
Oh, Pacey Wygant got a little wide. Looks like Hawkins is going to have a look to the inside here.
Phillips.
And Phillips, he's going to capitalize off of the 4's bobble. Can he clear him going into 1? No, not quite.
Phillips is a rocket ship right now. Oh, Hawkins bobbled again. Phillips going to slide up in front of Hawkins.
Yeah, it looks like Hawkins is just getting on that throttle a little bit too early. You can get on there if you want to get the car rotated, but it looks like he's just rotating it a little bit too much. And that right rear is coming around. I mean, it's not the worst thing for the tires, but it's not great.
Phillips is trying to get past Wygant.
2x2 for 2nd and 4th here. Parker's trying to come and join the party as well.
Yeah, he's still there. Still up in the picture.
I mean, this is a perfectly fine spot to be at this point in the race. He's done exactly about as much as he could here to get back up to this lead pack.
Hawkins and Happyak battling side by side. Happyak's going to tuck in the line behind Hawkins. As Parker, he's on the outside. He's not able to get to the right rear of Happyak.
He's got a run here. He's looking to the outside. Not going to have enough momentum.
Happyak actually moved up. Took the line away from Parker.
Top 6 is really pulled away from the rest of the field as well. Oh, bobble for the 0-0.
Puts Phillips up P2 and Hawkins right there. What's he going to do? He's going to go high.
Oh, Lyden's going to slide into that gap. Well done. Happyak on the inside of Hawkins there. Happyak's going to stall out coming off of the corner there on that bottom.
Oh, look
at Parker dives to the inside.
Let's see what that bottom is like.
Oh, that's about right.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. You could, good place to save some tire, but you also stall out pretty easily when you're in a pack like that. Wygant goes looking inside for second there. He is going to stay on that corner panel, side draft him off of 2 here. Oh, he clears Phillips going in. Well done. Takes P2.
Great pass. Facey Wygant. It's been pretty fun to watch so far. He won duel number 1 a couple weeks ago. Won at Michigan last week, and sitting here, P2. Just halfway through Fastlane 200 here at Chicagoland. Everybody is chasing down that number 45, Hunter Peach, who is leading with the Fastlane sponsor.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned his name too much because he's just been controlling the field easy. He hasn't pulled away and he hasn't lost the lead. Just been holding control. That's exactly what you want. The easiest place to save some tire is from the lead because you don't have any dirty air to deal with there.
I've said it before. I'll say it again, and you'll probably hear me say it multiple more times. Hunter Peach, though. He loves racing. He is very passionate about sim racing, and when I met him in person down at the Coke 600 last year, he told me sorry for not doing better with the logo, Fastlane logo on the car. And I was like, man, you're doing an incredible job out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Wins will come.
Yep, doing a great job so far. Back to the reason why we haven't been focusing on Peach. Battle for third here has been really good. 4 cars under a blanket.
Yeah, Phillips. I think he's using up his tire early. Oh, it's gonna slide. There is Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins really loves kicking that rear end out. So far it doesn't look like it's hurting him too bad, but you know that those front 2 are starting to pull away, so I might be wrong there.
Jonathan Parker going to look to the inside of Hawkins. Nick Kapiak trying to get to that right rear. He's there. He's to Parker's outside.
Yeah, Happy-Ac's gonna take that momentum from the high side.
He might have been clear of Parker.
Nah, he's fine with the bottom though.
Hapiak now is clear, following Hawkins. And while I'm thinking about it, still, once again, big shout out to Nick Hapiak's dad. Still thinking about you, and hope that you kick cancer's rear end. And I know you are watching. Just keep fighting. Nick Kapiak is up to 4th. And looking underneath, well, looking behind, Jamil Hawkins waiting for an opportunity. Jonathan Parker. Underneath Hapiak.
And he really drove that in deep as well.
He did.
And here comes Phillips, gonna look to his outside. Can't quite get there with the 6 in the way. Yeah, Parker's really driving it in deep these last couple laps.
Parker gonna get in front. Well, at least he thought about it. It's gonna slide. Phillips looking, trying to cross over, not able to.
Yeah, he put a plug on the drain of all that momentum loss there on the bottom. Just had to slide up, make sure that 7 wasn't gonna get by him.
And look at Cole Snyder working his way up to these guys. He was so far behind.
Oh, I'm quite impressed by the catching up there to this pack. But I am also quite impressed by Hunter Peach. Look at the gap that he has pulled. 1.2 seconds last time they crossed the line. Like I said, best way to save that right front is being in the lead, and he's certainly using all that tire now.
Yeah, Hunter Peach doing an incredible job. We still watch this battle between Parker and Hapiak. It's Phillips. He is hoping that he can close that gap between himself and Hapiak and force Parker to stay on the bottom. Phillips actually now behind Parker.
Another player coming in to join this fight might be Josh Arnold. I don't even think we've mentioned his name at all today.
I don't think so. Josh Arnold, we know he is really good on the long run.
Showing it right now.
Oh, Parker!
Oh!
Got that apron just a little bit. Look at Phillips going low. Where's Cole Snyder going to go?
Interesting. Cole Snyder elected to stay behind them, try to get a little bit better arc to the bottom there.
Cole Snyder looking to the outside, trying to follow Parker. Phillips slides in front of Snyder. Now it is all single filed out.
Second through fifth, all on the top side there through that corner.
Pretty much just try to go where the car in front of you isn't. And I mentioned last week how Michigan is so wide and you really can work any lane. Well, this track, it is wide, but not as wide. So it is a little bit more of a struggle to find clean air. Jonathan Parker slides in front of Hawkins.
And I believe he got a bit of the wall there. I don't see any damage, but just a little tap. By the way, last time across the line, between first and second, 1.9 seconds. See what it's going to be this time. 1.92. Hunter Peach is making a statement right now.
Big time. Jamil Hawkins falling back a little bit. Cole Snyder on Hawkins outside. Bobbles just a little bit. Josh Arnold right there as well. Arnold actually looked higher than Snyder did.
Yeah, Snyder really slowed up a bit through mid-corner there. Or at least Arnold had a lot more speed than him, that's for sure.
Battle for second, Wygant and Parker. Casey Wygant has it. Jonathan Parker really wants it. Parker diving it to the inside.
This is the point now where you can really use that bottom as well with no cars behind him. Ooh, Josh Arnold got a little loose there on that apron. That can bite you a little bit if you start to straddle it. Upsets the car a little bit, but just a little twitch, no problem.
Jonathan Parker once again to the inside of Pacey Wygant. And Parker's going to slide in front of Wygant. Wygant stays in line. Josh Arnold and Nick Kapiak battling.
I'm loving the long run speed out of Josh Arnold here, and he's also making that bottom work really well. He gets a better run than Happy coming out of the corner on the bottom. And he's gonna clear him. Great job by Arnold on this run.
Arnold knows how to be fast in the beginning of a run. He knows how to be fast on the other end of a run as well. And he elects to be fast on the end of a run rather than the beginning. And the reason is right here. I mean, saving those tires. Starting to work up through the field.
Pacey Wygant's back on the back bumper of the 48 here.
We have a battle, there was a battle between Snyder and Tubb.
Well, I think this might be our first taker here. Justin Quimby's on pit road. Looks like just 4 tires and he's out.
Yeah, and this does put them, I mean, about halfway in the run. They've been out on track 47 laps. There's 43 to go. So, I mean, the pit window is open.
I tell you what, if you're the Jonathan Parker or Pacey Wygen, you might want to consider getting an undercut on Hunter Peach. Because I think the only way you're going to beat him is to get track position over him. I know that sounds simple, but that's the only way I see it.
Nick Kapiak is making his pit stop. Kapiak is the kind of driver that he takes these kind of risks, going way early, trying something different that nobody else is doing. Into his box cleanly.
No takers in the top 7 that time around.
Jamil Hawkins, though, he is coming down. Kapiak is off the way.
Yeah, Hawkins really fell off that run, so not surprising to see him come to pit road a little earlier than the top 7 guys there.
What happened to Hunter Peach? His lead is gone.
Pacey Wygen misses pit road. He's gonna... Oh, he basically came to a stop to try to get around the cone there. He does make pit road, but that's gonna cost him a heap of time. And Hunter Peach just announced that he's coming to pit road this time. Let's see what Parker does. Parker stays out.
Pit road is busy. I want to know what happened to Hunter Peach, though. His lead was gone.
I think Canfield Parker just started running him down. I think Hunter Peach decided to push a little earlier in the run, and Parker had some better tires for him towards the end there.
So Hunter... I think Nick Kapiak just slid, but Hunter Peach is ahead of Nick Kapiak.
And here comes Jonathan Parker coming out of pit road. This is going to be a little close. Oh, not as close as I thought it would be. Big winner from that pit cycle, Nick Kapiak there. Of course, he was one of the earliest to take those tires, so he's going to have a big job holding on to him for the rest of the run here.
So Hunter Peach right now is P9. He is the first one lap down. Jose Ruiz currently has the race lead, as he is actually coming down pit road.
Battle for net third there. Actually, we have a battle for the net lead.
Yeah, Peach Kapiak.
Kapiak was really looking to the outside. And now he looks to the inside. Parker also side by side for third here. And he clears for third.
Meanwhile, Happyack and Peach still side by side for that race lead.
You know, I said the best way to beat Peach is going to get some track position over him. Happyack's almost done the job.
He's also forcing Peach to run that high line.
Exactly. And he's going to clear Peach on the bottom. He's going to slide up, take that top line. Peach is going to be forced to go to the bottom.
That battle behind between Parker and Hawkins still ongoing. This is now for the official lead as everybody has come down pit road. 34 laps to go here at Chicagoland. The fast lane, 200. Happyack blocking. Tires are 3 laps older. Not much of a difference, but this track, it is very abrasive. Peach looking low. Happyack tried blocking.
Yeah, Happyack's running that top side. He's the first to pit. I worry about his tires, but I tell you who's really loving the battle up for the lead, and that's Jonathan Parker. Making slow gains on him, gained about a tenth and a half.
Oh! Contact! I think it might have been netcode, but Happyack, what a save! I'm sorry, Peach, what a save.
Oh, that wasn't netcode. That was Peach trying to pinch him down. Happyack didn't go all the way to the white line. They just came together in the middle of the track there.
Couldn't tell from my angle that I was watching it from.
Well, of course, that's allowed Jonathan Parker to join the lead here. Or join the battle for the lead, excuse me.
And at this point, I would not count out Hawkins either. He's still right there. Hawkins has had great pace all race long.
Hawkins was also one to pit a couple laps earlier than Parker and Peach.
Parker underneath Peach. He's going to tuck back in the line. .29 to go. What a race we have. Only one caution so far.
Parker on that outside got a little loose. Still going to get the momentum there.
Side by side for that second position. Peach on the bottom. Parker. He bobbled.
And if you're Nick Happyack, who do you choose to block here? I mean, Peach has been dominant throughout the day, but Jonathan Parker has had enough speed to come through the field and get up to the lead. A couple of Matadors he's got to fend off here. Excuse me.
And Hunter Peach looking back underneath Happyack for that race lead. Peach just got a spring of energy.
It didn't stalled out a little bit off of that corner. That's going to allow Parker to possibly get some momentum here if Happyack holds. Oh, the big contact!
We're leaning on each other. Peach. Not clear. He goes all the way down to the apron. Peach slides.
Wow! What a move by Peach. He was cleared by just a piece of paper.
No crossover from Happyack. Now Peach is completely clear, trying to drive away.
Parker's going to have to get by Happyack really quick here. Actually, it looks like he could also maybe use Happyack a little bit. Maybe push him a bit. I don't know. I think he's going to have to get by him. He's going for it here.
I think it's going to be tough to get around Happyack. He wants to win.
Parker drives it in deep. He's got a decent exit for the bottom. He clears him.
Happyack trying to crossover. Looking underneath Parker. Not able to. What's he do down here in the corner in turn 1?
And for Parker, now it's just mission stay in touch with Peach. He's got 23 laps to go. He doesn't have to pass him now. But he's just got to stay with him. However, other guys have been having some trouble staying with Peach all night.
Yeah, 23 to go, as you mentioned. And Parker's right behind Hunter Peach, hanging out. Let's see what he can do. Parker actually going to the top. I wonder if it's just for clean air.
100%. He's got to go where Peach isn't. Even if that uses a little bit of tire, that, you know, staying in the wake is going to be worse for that tire than picking the wrong lane.
Peach, I think, is doing a little bit of mirror driving, as well as trying not to get into Mike Campbell's dirty air. Campbell just under a second ahead of Hunter Peach.
There goes Parker. Peach went much higher than he has been going lately. I'm guessing to try to cut off the line of Parker. Parker was forced to go to the bottom there. They're side by side for the lead. Wonder if the lap car ahead could play a bit of a role here in terms of who gets slipstream, who gets dirty air in the quarters.
He might. Parker trying. He drove it in too hard. They make contact.
Little tap there, just couldn't hold it on the bottom, pushed up. Tap Peach, no harm, no foul there, but unfortunately that good challenge by Parker, but just couldn't quite get it. Peach really forced him down there in 1 and 2.
"19 laps to go."
I mean, Parker's best opportunity here is to catch, I think, is to catch Peach napping and try to get a run where Peach goes to the bottom and Parker gets a run on the top. But also, the bottom's been working pretty well for Parker as well. Parker drives it in, not going to be clear.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say right now. I mean, these guys are doing a great job battling and still side by side. I think it's helping them not catch Mike Campbell as quickly.
They are dead even at the line. Parker's going to drive it in. Peach is going to pinch him down again. Yeah, that just getting on that right rear of Parker is really helping Peach out. Peach, it slid up. Really had to get out of the gas, but it was still enough to stay ahead there.
"16 laps to go from Chicagoland." Still a big battle for the race lead between Parker and Peach.
Parker is clear! Jonathan Parker takes the lead off of turn 2.
How's Hunter Peach going to respond? He stays high.
Hunter Peach hasn't been out of the lead for a while now. I'll be curious to see how he responds here. Looks like Parker gapped him pretty good out of 4 there.
They're trying everything he can. Hunter closing back in though. Peach is not letting Parker get away. As Parker continues running that high line, Peach is running the low line. It's working out really well for him.
Yeah, both about even, running with their respective lines there.
That time Parker entered high. Or low rather. Peach entered high. Cut low.
And as much as I like seeing Peach's lead and being able to save those tires in the clean air, having track position at this point is huge. I'd give it certainly advantage Parker right now.
Josh Arnold has gotten around Nick Kapiak for 3rd. I wonder if these two continue battling, if Josh Arnold will be able to catch up to them and have a say in how this race goes.
That would add yet another spice into this one. This has been one heck of a race.
Peach is not going away at all. If they get side by side, it will slow them down.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the Larson Busch finish as well. If anything like that happens, Josh Arnold is right there. I don't think Josh Arnold is going to be able to catch them on pure pace, but yeah, if any shenanigans happen between these two leaders, he's got a win certainly in his grasp.
Oh, that last lap between the 3 of them, they were 2 1,000th of a second off of each other. Ten laps to go. Our Peach still the tire marks of Jonathan Parker.
And to show you how much dirty air matters, they haven't made much ends on that lap car ahead. As well as, you know, the side-by-side battle.
Yeah.
Oh, is this? Oh, Peach is running out of right front. Oh, he had the lift coming out of the corner there. Parker's passing that lap car.
Mike Campbell staying high. Parker is clear. Peach is also clear. Clear track in front of Jonathan Parker.
Good run from Peach there on the bottom. He was able to be patient enough on that throttle this time to get a good run off the bottom, but Parker's going to take away that line 3 and 4.
They both go all the way down to the apron. Beach, wanting that draft, followed him.
Yeah, the other thing is with that apron, it can heat up your tires pretty quickly if you go down there too often. Oh, Peach in the wall! Somehow keeps up enough momentum to stay in the tire tracks. He didn't lose too much momentum, but I think he may have gotten a little bit of damage on that right side.
I feel like we literally are watching Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson right now.
On second thought, he may have gotten away with that without any damage. But that last lap, Parker's able to pull out a 2.5-tenth lead there. And it looks like it's going to be larger coming to the line. Yeah, 4/10.
I think Hunter Peach.
Yeah, he's lost his right front now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much to challenge him.
4 to go. And Cole Snyder. He is catching Josh Arnold.
Little update on some loose ends. Pacey Wygant back in the 11th spot after missing pit road there. Hasn't been able to make up much positions, if any, after missing pit road. For him, it's just going to be a night of what could have been.
And a great recovery from him, though. Pacey, very unfortunate to have those pit road struggles. But I'm impressed with the fact that he is still in 11th, not further back.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, the top 10 are only spread out by 7 seconds there, and he's got a big gap. Jamil Hawkins goes in the wall though. If he does that a couple more times, Wygant might be able to pick up a spot.
Battle for 4th, Kyle Tubb. Underneath, Cole Snyder. Well, the white flag is out for Jonathan Parker. He had a great race last week in Michigan. He also won his duel number 2 winner, which got him some points. And tonight, he's going to win at Chicagoland. Great job, Jonathan Parker.
Photo finish at the line for P5 there. Or P4, excuse me. Cole Snyder just edges out Kyle Tubb. Josh Arnold comes over the radio and says, "Good race, Jimmy Johnson." Jonathan Parker gonna burn it down. He deserves it. Coming from 11th place qualifying, made his way through the field. Played it perfectly. Well, I said he was going to burn it down. Looks like he's just doing a Polish victory lap for now.
Yeah, this is one of Jonathan Parker's celebratory things that he does. The winningest driver on JCTV with yet another win. Such an incredible driver. Incredible guy as well. Learned a lot from him. He is very helpful. He'll teach you anything.
Yeah, famous, not infamous.
That line will be an infamous line on Out of Context JCTV.
Please don't make me relive that too much.
I'm not the one that runs that Twitter account, so you don't have to worry about me putting it on there. But I'll make sure to message Adam is now Jonathan Parker going to burn it down.
Well, grass burnout. Not something too uncommon seeing that the Lowe's number 48 winning in Chicagoland. We've got at least a couple. Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Jonathan Parker will know. Let's go take a look at our race results. Jonathan Parker taking home the win. Hunter Peach, P2. Josh Arnold, how about that? Third place finish. Cole Snyder, fourth place finish. Kyle Tubb brings it home fifth. Nick Apiak, P6. John Phillips, P7. John Osborne, P8. Jose Ruiz, 9th. And Jamil Hawkins brings home 10th.
Pacey Wygen, going to be a night that could have been for him, as I said earlier, P11. Donnie Knight had some good battles, comes home P12. Jimmy Mensch, P13. Hunter Sr. in 14th. Nathan Lehman gets 15th. Zachary Meredith, 16th. Justin Quimby, after getting caught up in that early wreck, 17th. Dylan Chappell, 18th. First car one lap down, Mike Campbell in 19th, and Jonathan Canfield rounds out the top 20.
Giovanni Klein, one lap down, finishes 21st. And Chase McGuire, 22nd, 35 laps down after DNF. Kenneth Janey, 90 laps down, also the DNF, 23rd. Let's go ahead and talk to our podium drivers. Hey Josh, what a race! I mean, I think it's pretty known that you are a very fast driver, but you choose to save your stuff and wait and come alive towards the end of a run, and it helps races like this where there are long runs. Only one caution tonight, and plenty of long runs for you. Got it home in third. So, I mean, just walk us through what it was like for that 22 machine climbing through the field, just kind of waiting.
Well, it was a miracle to start in front of Parker. He started right behind me, I think, for maybe the first time outside of a plate track. And so that was fun. And look, excuse me, I was thinking long run here and save tires, and that caution came out. Y'all chopped 11 spots and had gained one back by the time that caution came out. And we were just a couple of laps away from pitting there. And so that just triggered in that, hey, saving those tires is not going to work tonight, not with these fast guys. So restarted in 12th over the last, the runs, I think 80-something laps there to finish the race, plus 9 to finish third. So, yeah, Josh, you're right. I try to save my stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the beginning of these races you don't want to be a part of. And not that I'm worried about over here, but it's just, I just try to chill, save my stuff, see what the car's like, and then go from there. But that first caution is the only reason why I was able to, or the only caution was the only reason why I was able to pull back from, I think, 19th or 18th and jump back in here to be able to talk to you. My first booth appearance since Bristol when I won one of those double headers. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it has been a very long time since we've interviewed you on the NAOR side, but third place finish, pretty great. So tonight, this I think it raced a whole lot differently than Michigan last week. This is now this league is a Gen 7 league. So I mean, just kind of what was it like out there with kind of this new car to the league, Chicagoland here, which I think is the first time on iRacing you guys have visited, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, first time we've ever come to Chicago here on iRacing. So, one of a few firsts this season. We'll eventually go through them all. But but no, the much different than Michigan. Michigan, we were using an iRacing setup. You could feel the dirty air, but it wasn't as bad. But over here tonight, it was all about dirty air and the air around you, how it made your car feel. If you had fresh air on your nose, I mean, you probably saw some 3-wide racing, not particularly just for the 3-wide, just so those 3 cars could have fresh air on their nose. So we did not use an iRacing setup. This was another setup that was created to kind of make it. iRacing setup here with this track would have been really loose. We'd have had a lot of single car incidents. I tried to make the car tougher to drive for everybody to kind of, see what the wheelhouse was, see what you could do with that. And not like I had an advantage or anything. I swear to you, my first, besides just setting up the lobby and knowing what we were going to do, time, temp, that kind of stuff, tonight at practice was the first time that I had run laps, and that was evident by me being 18th fastest overall. But, running behind Cole finished 4th. He did a great job. Him, Kyle Tubb, Jose, I was really around them most of the night. But I really sat there and rode behind Cole after that caution and learned what he was doing and then just mimicked it from there on out. And so just, of course, trying to put my nose in fresh air a few times behind him. But no, overall, great night. 1 caution. Can't ask for a better second race of a season for sure. I think next week we'll, have the Yak Challenge. That's going to be something coming up new. Nick Happyak will get with you more on that, but that is going to be is it North Wilkesboro next week? Yeah, so we're headed to a short track, so that's going to be fun. Let's hope Jonathan Parker can hold it on the first lap.
All right, well, sponsors, shout-outs, who gets it done for you?
Well, my sponsor last week got shut down, so I think by the government, so that's fun. I support the foundations. Joey Logano Foundation does a lot. And thank you to Di9 Designs, NJB Designs, Fastlane for sponsoring tonight's race, Beats and Wings podcast, and JCTV, of course.
Alrighty. Well, congrats on the 3rd place finish, and we'll see you next time.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all broadcasting this.
Next up, Traver, I believe you have Hunter Peach, 2nd place finisher.
Hunter Peach, coming home 2nd place after leading the most laps throughout the night. First of all, it was a fantastic race. You were ahead of most of the battles for most of the night. And then got caught there by Jonathan Parker. What was it that you were missing in that last run?
Jonathan Parker not being there, he's just a curse, I guess. But I mean, it's all good, Much respect to him. The car was definitely as fast as Fastlane for sure. Hell of a rocket ship. Got the pole, led the most laps, did pretty well. Didn't really do anything bad pitting wise. It's just got caught racing with Nick Happyak and, had that little bit of slide, allow Parker to get there. And Jonathan Parker does Jonathan Parker things, and know Josh and him know that quite well. Finds a way somehow up here.
Yeah, you made contact a couple of times with Jonathan Parker. Do you see that as clean racing between you and him?
Yeah, I thought it was hard racing. With these cars, I talked to him about it, and I want everybody to race with a fair amount of respect. I'm fine with hard racing, lean on each other. I mean, you kind of have to at this track. But either that, it was really, really clean racing. He doored me, I doored him. All fair. He lifted, I lifted. Same with racing around Pacey and everybody else in this race. It was, yeah, I thought it was pretty fair.
How do you feel about your chances next race?
Where are we next week?
North Wilkes.
Yep, North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, not confident at all. I'm not a big fan of North Wilkesboro. But I guess we'll see.
All right, anyone you want to shout out who gets it done for you?
Got to shout out, God always being there for me. I look up to him. Shout out to y'all for what y'all do here. Nick and J Paul for the great league they put on. Great racing tonight. I think there was only 2 yellows, which is a phenomenal job. Got clean hard racing. Everybody was battling all over. I think everybody had pretty fun tonight besides some drama. 213 Simware, Fastlane for all Josh and they do over there on that. And yeah, I think that's about all.
All right, Hunter Peach coming on P2.
And down here in Victory Lane with the alien from, I'm still trying to figure out what planet, you won't tell me, but
I'm from Earth. What are you talking about?
that's what you want me to believe.
I promise you. I mean, did you not see my qualifying lap? Jeez.
Hey, I mean, even aliens make mistakes, but no. Speaking of qualifying, John, what happened during the qualifying lap? I mean, qualified, I believe it was 11th.
Yeah, it was 11th. Yeah, I just plowed off at 2. I was really good in 3 and 4. Even throughout the race, I think you saw that. I was able to cut pretty good through 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, I never really figured out the bottom. I never really wanted to go down there throughout the race, and it showed in qualifying. I probably should have just ran the top. But yeah, just threw that qualifying effort away, and it was hilariously hard to pass. Welcome to the next gen. I hate this car. It's a piece of garbage. I don't know who designed it. I don't know why we're taking road course cars over racing. This is more of a NASCAR question, not the league question. It's a question for NASCAR, but I guess it's a challenge. I guess I'll try and figure it out. I don't drive them too often, so I was just trying to figure it out as I go, and I learned just enough to be able to pass Hunter at the end.
Now the green flag pit stops. I know that you like pitting later than everybody else. Just something that I've learned from you over all these broadcasts that I've done with you in them. Of course, you didn't pit much later than Hunter did, but you still had a little bit of an advantage over him. How much, first of all, was tire wear a factor tonight? And then after, the pit stops, being right there with him, was it just a battle?
Yeah, tire wear. The wear didn't really matter. If I'm going to be brutally honest, it's more the heat that really matters, is what I've figured out. So if you slide your tires really bad on, let's just say, exit 1 and 2, 1 lap, that's a good half a tenth you're going to lose for the rest of the race. So you really have to be disciplined. You can get away with, really abusing them for a little while, but eventually, all debts always come due, and it's that happened this race. I noticed a decent amount, so it's. I guess that means technically tire wear does matter, but it's just it's different than all the other stock cars you usually drive. You don't want them worn out at all, and you don't want heat in them. But here, I mean, they wear pretty decently, but it's more about the tire heat. And so that when I got behind Hunter, it was me and him 1-2. I was like, yeah, it's good. That 1 lap doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna have to outdrive him, and I couldn't even really take you through what I was thinking. I was just kind of going for clean air and prioritizing exit speed and I knew that 3 and 4 on the bottom was an advantage for me, so I knew I could set up things down there too. So I used all that to my advantage, and I had the top wound up in 1 and 2 better than most. I noticed, so I just used that to set up too. And once I got clear, once Earl said clear, I turned right. Make sure I cleared him, and thankfully I never looked back.
All right. Well, sponsors, shout outs. Who gets it done behind that number 48?
I'd like to think y'all up here, up in the booth. I know what it's like. I would say I'm gonna commentate tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm racing. I'm gonna have to pass a lot more cars because I'm starting last at the Rock tomorrow in the Amsoil Truck Series. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But I like to thank y'all. Y'all do such an awesome job, and I can't wait to go back and watch that because that was a lot of green flag racing. I'm sure that was a lot of fun for y'all to commentate. So thank y'all for that. And I'd like to thank Lowe's Cobalt Tools and Mellow Yellow. Which is better than Pepsi, Joshua. Deal with it. And I'd like to thank JBM, Jared Wilson, and Christian Pacheco. You guys are awesome. And everybody, everyone back home in the Q&A Discord. Y'all are awesome too.
All right. Well, Jonathan Parker being wrong about the best drink, which is Pepsi. But your race winner, Jonathan Parker. We will see you in a couple weeks' time.
Tomorrow.
Well, for Di9 Designs NAOR series. But yes, we will see you tomorrow on track at Rockingham. So, little update. You kind of heard us talking about a race next week, and then I just said a couple weeks' time just now. So, just kind of got done talking with Josh Arnold. So myself and Dawson, the two main producers on JCTV, are actually going to be at the Real Life Rolex 24 next weekend. And we're both going to be, well, the race starts on Saturday, but we're both going to be in Florida on Friday night. I'll actually be there Thursday. Dawson will be there Friday. So there will not be a race next week. And it looks like North Wilkesboro has actually been moved. Rather than just shifting the schedule down, North Wilkesboro itself has been moved to March 15th. So the next race is actually going to be Groundhog's Day, February 2nd at Kentucky. And so I'll go ahead and pop the schedule up so you guys can see it. Still, I mean, it's still showing North Wilkesboro the 26th. But I just want to thank Josh Arnold, first of all, for allowing this to happen. I originally asked if we could have March 15th off. It's the day after my birthday, and I didn't know what I was going to be doing. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and fill that March 15th spot. So North Wilkesboro will be March 15th. Next race, Kentucky, February 2nd. And so I think some of these guys who weren't so sure about North Wilkesboro will have a little bit more practice time.
Yeah, with the next gen, North Wilkesboro must be a weird one. I've never driven it with the next gen, but that sounds interesting for sure. By the way, as the West Coast hippie that I am, I just have to say the best drink is water. Just pure mountain snow melt water.
Well, you get a lot of snow melt over there.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, I do too. Up in Michigan, it's cold.
It's a little different when it's not coming down from the mountain, though.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we get lake effect, but then again, you get ocean right there.
Yeah, that too.
I'll be honest. I lived in West Virginia for a year. Different than the mountains out there, but the Appalachian Mountains, driving in the snow in the mountains is definitely a lot different than up here in Michigan. So, but yeah, back to right here. Chicagoland. So, Traver, first of all, thank you for joining me in the booth tonight. Brett Bennett is doing virtual Rolex 24 tonight, so he wasn't able to make it, and they're already going. I'm not sure how their race is going, but wish them luck as their race continues. They were doing pretty good earlier when I last checked, but so Draper, I mean, what's your first, thoughts of this league? You know, you're pretty brand new here to NAOR, so what'd you think?
I don't think we could have gotten a much better race than that. I mean, there was a battle in the top 5 the entire night. And there's not much more you can ask for than that, man. Plus, long green flag runs, only 2 yellows. I mean, that was just fantastic. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, this league is incredibly fun, and I wasn't even supposed
Well,
to
respect.
broadcast. Oh yeah. I wasn't even supposed to broadcast this league. I think I mentioned it before, but I wanted to be a racer in this league, and so I go way back with these guys, a lot of them, but I wanted to be a racer, and these guys did have a broadcast for their first season on iRacing, but once they started their second season on iRacing, they didn't have a broadcaster, and I was like, hey guys, it turns out I kind of have my own little broadcasting channel, so I'll broadcast your season opener, and then after that, I want to race. And they told me no, that my permanent home was the booth. So here we are, and I love it. I love commentating these guys. Such a fun league. But yeah, tomorrow night the Blazer Sim Racing Amsoil Truck Series visits Rockingham. Looking forward to that one. And Tuesday night, Slide Job Racing League has their dual races before they start their season off in a couple weeks. So tune in Tuesday night to Slide Job Racing League dual races. It's going to be pretty fun. So, big shout out to all the fans, admins, and drivers. You guys make this possible. And on behalf of Trevor Burns, I'm Joshua Copernell. Signing off, saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time. And as long as Parker doesn't run out.
It's all I can afford right now. When it struggles to start, no, it won't turn over. But he was laughing when I signed the deal. The distance between point A and the end of the day, it feels like forever. Well, maybe I'm just asleep at the wheel, running on empty. Gas ain't cheap. Can't change the tail light. There's something I can do for me. Oh, I'm fixing that tail wiper blade, and I'm bleeding the slate today. I'm fixing that tail wiper blade, and I'm seeing my way through the pain. I'm not mechanically inclined to know that I've got a flat while it drags to the shoulder. It's hard enough to keep my eyes on the road, and not sure if the gear's gonna hold. It's starting to smoke, but I can't pull over. Left foot on the gas and I'm almost home, running on empty. Caffeine drains. Can't change the station, but there's something I can